This ain't the video that I thought we would be making this morning, man. It really isn't. So, the big news out of Dallas, Texas today. Roope Hintz is sticking around. The Stars have signed Hintz to an 8-year extension through the 2030-31 season. Now, for Roope Hintz, this is a guy that actually has been a really solid hockey player for the Stars the past little while here. And the contract goes out there and shows that off in a very blunt way. Take a look at this. It's 8 years, $8.45 million a season for Hintz right here. Voice crack, everybody, but that is the deal. Take a look at what Hintz has accomplished the past little while here. Drafted in 2015, he's 26 years old, a big dude, a very solid dude as well. He had 72 points in 80 games last year. This season, he's got 24 points in 22 games, signed till the end of 2031. So that extension is going to be seeing him making a big raise from the current 3.1 AAV that he has right now. This season, he's on pace for 88 points in 81 games played. He's been very good for a while now, but honestly, if you had to ask me, this 8 point whatever it is, 8.4 AAV, I feel like it's pretty steep. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I know Hintz has been a very good player, he's been very important for the Dallas Stars, but when you go out there and you acknowledge the fact that they're re-signing Hintz over Jason Robertson, they're paying him more than Jason Robertson, and you have yourselves that Robertson who is at the top of the NHL in points right now, it makes things very intriguing as to where the Stars are going to go in the long-term future. Now, this is not the only topic that I wanted to talk about when it comes to this contract extension, because if you go over to some of the other tweets made by Canucks insiders. Take a look at this. Rick Dhaliwal goes out there and says this. Hintz is making $8.4 million a year for 8 years. This will cause problems for the Canucks. Hintz has 88 career goals. Bo has 187 career goals. There is just a 1-year difference in age. And now, if you take a look at the Donnie and Dolly poll, the Dallas Stars signed Hintz to an $8.45 million AAV extension. Would those terms be acceptable for Bo Horvat and the Canucks? If I go out there and I vote, okay, let's just say yes, you could say it's 50-50 right here, man. 50-50! They have 1,393 votes, and it's 50-50 dead split down the middle right here. This Hintz thing is really going to mess up the Vancouver Canucks and the Bo Horvat contract negotiation process. Oh, Lego, you're just pulling off the how can you make this about the Vancouver Canucks argument again, and yes, that is exactly what I'm doing because this is a big deal. Take a look at this. They actually had themselves Elliot Friedman on the show on if Hintz is a comparable contract for Horvat. Absolutely he is. In terms of the Canucks signing Horvat, I do not think it's over. So, this is going to be interesting, is it not? Roope Hintz is a guy that I honestly did not peg as an $8 million guy, especially for the next 8 years, or I guess you could say 9 years because the contract starts in 2023, 2024, but he's a good player, definitely a good player. We know he's been very solid for the Stars the past few years. But for Bo Horvat, he's licking his lips, his mouth is starting to water, he's feeling it, man. He's got the opportunity to make $9+ million if a guy like Roope Hintz is making 8.4. That's not because Horvat is necessarily that much better of a player than Hintz. I mean, they're roughly on pace for the same points per game, but Bo Horvat scores way more goals than Roope Hintz, and that in and of itself is an argument that goes out there and says, yeah, no, my client's more valuable. Like, really, this guy got 8.4 by 8. Bo is going to score like twice, thrice the amount of goals that this guy's going to be able to score. Give my client 9, 9.5. I'm kind of intrigued as to where things are going to go from here, but, yeah, this doesn't seem to be the best piece of news for Canucks fans looking to re-sign Bo Horvat on a cheap deal. Just saying. There are a few more things that we can talk about, I feel. Talking about other players that can get signed or traded away for Bo to make up that money so we could sign Captain Horvat. There also is the game coming up today later against the Who in the heck are the Vancouver Canucks playing? Is it Arizona? Oh man, I am not really too sure, but it's going to be at 7 p.m. PST. I'm not going to be able to watch it. I've got scrimmage with the buds, so I'm going to have to catch up with the game afterwards and make a video about everything live as it happens when I re-watch the goals and all the highlights, because if the Canucks end up winning again today, then I think they're going to be in a wildcard spot, something like that. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's rough being a Canucks fan when you want to see Connor Bedard come to the team. Talk to the your thoughts, though, about Roope Hintz and this entire contract negotiation process. Congrats to Hintz, by the way. Like, obviously, I'm making this video about how his contract is going to be a problem for my favorite team, which isn't even in the same country as the team that signed Roope in the first place, but for Hintz himself, he's been getting the bag here. Good for him. He's been a really good player the past little while, and this money that he's going to be getting starting in 2023 is going to prove that. So if you're a Dallas Stars fan, talk to the comments your thoughts about Hintz signing this long-term deal. Also, what are your thoughts about Hintz getting this contract before Jason Robertson does? I know your management does not like to hand out big money after ELCs. It's been a pattern that we've seen the past little while here, but it might come back to bite you in the behind when Jason Robertson is making less money than this guy. Talk to the comments your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. Trolls99, and bye.